acronym for, Callie for short. We think Callie is a youth role model for her academic achievements, her volunteer efforts, and overall living a healthy lifestyle. So welcome to the show, and thanks for letting us interview you.
Thanks for having me.
Okay, so Callie recently graduated from Concordia University with a BA in Child Studies. So what interested you in pursuing that field?
I actually had no interest at first. What happened was I signed up with the Kahnawake Summer Employment Program for students, and I didn't really know where to apply. I didn't know what kind of job I wanted, and a lot of my friends said a lot of good things about Step by Step, and I was actually nervous working with kids, but I applied for it, and I ended up really liking it. I really liked it, and what made me really passionate about it was there were some children in the class who had autism, and I have two brothers who are autistic, so to me I really bonded with those children and I was able to help them, and that really made me enjoy it, that I had a talent for it.
So in addition to all this school that you've done, and you had gone to Ecuador, was it? To do your volunteer work and that? How was that, and how did that come about?
That was really fun, and I actually really did that on a whim. It was in 2010, and I was sitting in class, and these people came out and they gave us pamphlets for this volunteer program. So I went on the website, I read about it, and it sounded really cool, and I signed up on a whim. I didn't think about it. And then a couple weeks later, they called me and told me I got it. So, it took a lot of preparation for that. I read about it, and they sent me, and I guess basically it was a really great experience. Like, they made us work really hard. We really got immersed in the culture, and even the terrain was completely different. It was completely different from Canada. And I guess what made it really fun was it was kind of like camping. Like, we didn't have hot water, we didn't have electricity. It was like, the bare bones. And as we worked there, we were helping a poor community, an indigenous community. So to me, that really felt special.
What was a typical day like? You went there to build homes, right?
We went there to build like bathroom facilities. There was one specific family. It was an orphan family. It was a 10-year-old girl taking care of her 5 siblings. And in Ecuador, they have like a hygienic problem. They don't usually have bathrooms. There's lots of illness there. So what we wanted to do for this girl was to build a proper bathroom with a flushing toilet. And where she lives on top of a mountain that's really far away from, where dump trucks can go and everything. So part of our job was to transport cinder blocks and bags of cement from like the town onto a truck, to a boat, down the river, and then up this mountain that took about 2 minutes to climb up. So it took a lot of manpower just to get all the materials up there, and we had to mix the cement ourselves, and it was a lot of work just to build one bathroom, but they appreciated it so much.
And it may sound like a bit redundant, but like what do you get, like, what do you find important about it?
About volunteering?
Yes.
I think it's, not only does it benefit the people you're helping, it helps yourself too, because, you get to know a lot of people, you get to find out what places need help, you learn a lot with the organizations, and, it's kind of like practice for work too, you get into one place and you see what it's like there, and you realize you like it. So, I don't know, it's hard to explain why people volunteer. Some people do it so they feel better about themselves, but some people do it because they genuinely like helping people, especially the people who are overlooked by, their governments or, whoever their leaders are. It's nice to kind of help someone who actually needs it.
Finally, do you have any advice for Kahnawake youth?
Yeah, I would say it's really important to do good in high school. I know a lot of students, they think class is boring, they don't like their teachers, whatever, but I think it's really important to do good because it affects what school you go to. It affects, like, whether an employer will bother looking at your resume. And, you just go through high school, and I promise, like, college and university is a lot better. You get to pick what classes you're interested in, when you want to go. Especially if people want to play for a sports team, on a college team, it's really important to have those marks so you can get into college. So I would say work as hard as you can through high school, go straight to CEGEP. Even if you don't really know what you want, if you go to college, then you find out what you like. You won't really find out what you like if you're sitting at home.
Yeah, because you had done something different in college, whereas in university you went into a totally different end of the field.
Yeah, I picked film studies. I graduated from that in Dawson, and You know, it was a good program. I learned a lot of stuff, but I wasn't really interested in how the industry worked, I guess. And when I had that summer job, that's when I realized, you know, I would switch over. No offense.
This was like,
That's what sparked the Bachelor's of Arts in Child Studies.
Yeah, well, I have a lot of different interests, so I kind of switch over a lot or do a lot of different things. So I think it's important that people, you know, explore what they like, even if they're not sure.
So on top of all of this, Kylie also enjoys kickboxing. You've been kickboxing for 3 years, and if anyone was wondering, that's why we're in a gym right now. So are you ready to show Tehokwirathe some moves? I volunteered him.
Sure, I'll teach Tehokwirathe a couple moves. We're at the Razorware gym right now in LaSalle, and I guess I'll have to teach Tehokwirathe some self-defense moves. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you 2 basic kickboxing moves. The first one is going to be a right kick. You start from your fighting stance. Your feet should be about hip-width apart with your front legs slightly in front. This is if you're right-handed. Are you right-handed or left-handed?
Left-handed.
Oh, you are?
Yep.
Okay, well, I'll show you right-handed anyway. So what you do is you want to hold in your abs as you do this. And now the trick is when you're kicking, you don't just kick with your leg, you're kicking with your whole body. So when you kick, you're going to turn your whole body like this, like that, okay? And you keep your knees slightly bent. And when you throw your kick, you should try like to make it so you're facing the other wall, okay? I'll do one with the full force. Ah! So remember your front foot's going to be pivoting.
My front foot is going to be moving like this, right?
Yep, and this leg's going to be coming to hip. And when you twist, your face should be like, you know, facing this way because you're...
So like something like this, like pow.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah, like that. Remember to hold your abs in too.
So holding in the stomach.
Holding in the six-pack.
Holding in the six-pack, yes, definitely. And then pivot the foot while I'm kicking, right?
Yep.
So ready.
Good, that's good. You got it. For our next move, I'm going to show you a basic four punch combination. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with my left hand. And remember, just like the kick, I'm going to be pivoting my feet with every punch. You know, like this. Because my whole body weight's going into it.
That could give you a little like resistance
No,
rather
you're
than just
supposed
going like flopping.
No,
with
you're not supposed to have noodle arms.
No, okay, because I have noodle arms right now. Whoa. That is speed.
Remember, this one has to come in, yeah.
Alright, if I can keep up with you. So now I have my gloves on. I'm in the left-handed stance, ready to try out the move.
Okay, so because you're left-handed, you're going to have to start with your right hand. So you're going to go 1, 2, hook, straight. And remember to pivot your feet because you're shifting your weight.
So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, right?
When you do the hook, make sure that your fist is like this, kind of like you're lighting a cigarette. Instead of going in like this, your thumb should be kind of like up like that.
Okay, so it should be like this rather than this.
And you can either do it in a straight movement or slightly curving down. Yeah.
So either just like this or like this.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
All right, ready?
Good. Again. Very good. Very good. You're a very good student.
I try.
So did you enjoy getting beat up?
Yeah, I did. It was a lot of fun. I'm sure she was holding back though. She probably didn't want to hurt me too badly. So we have a lot more stuff in store for you today on Exposed, so we'll take a look at that after a quick commercial break.